Hi everybody, welcome to Tuxy TV, and on today's episode I have Sproutz. Am I saying that right?
You're saying it incorrect. It's Sproutz.
Sproutz, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So,
It's short for Sproutz and Freitringelsen. So that's my longer name for how I have for like my longer German name, yeah.
okay. So Sproutz, I'm going to say it wrong the whole show.
That's okay, yeah, no problem.
So, we don't really know each other. I've just been told, really, the word around town is that you're new around here. I think you're from Germany.
Yeah.
I believe you're a foreign exchange student.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and I guess a couple buddies said that you'd be an awesome fit for the show. So, without further ado, maybe you can introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Sproutz. I'm from Freiburg, Germany, in close to the Black Forest area of Germany, where the ham and the cuckoo clocks are from. And yeah, I come here to Canada to like promote dog wellness, and I am
What did you
more
say?
like
Dog.
Yeah, I'm dog enthusiast, yeah, in general, yeah.
Okay, a dog.
I promote the enthusiasm towards dogs, yes.
And what's that? What's
Well-
dog enthusiasm?
Well, it's enthusiasm towards dog. I promote it, basically, yeah. I try to have dog at home, but my landlord, Steve, does not let me get one. So, Steve, if you're watching, maybe you could learn something here. He does not let me have dogs, so I have to get dog elsewhere by walking dogs at like SPCA and other things like that, yeah.
How long have you been around here in Canada?
Probably about, if I count in months, probably about 36 months, yeah. Yeah.
And how do you like your experience so far?
It's not bad, it's kind of cold, but it means dogs can have a bigger coat furs and they can stay warm here, so I don't feel bad that way.
And where did you? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get over this
Yes.
infatuation with dogs. But
No problem,
why?
yeah.
Where did you get this infatuation with dogs? How did that start?
Well, when I was born in Germany, it was very lonely there. I don't have a lot of siblings. My parents were allergic to dogs, so I couldn't have a dog, and I always found like a siblingship in dogs, yes.
And so, back into a little bit more questions because you're piquing my curiosity here.
No problem, yes.
Have you tell me a little bit more about your history before you came to Canada? So we know you like dogs. Tell me a little bit more about some of the maybe adventures you've been on. That's what we like to talk about here on the show. A little bit more like kind of polar opposites, adventures, a little bit. And so I'm just curious, what's the craziest adventure you've been on?
I don't want to be like a downer, but like I'm not much for adventures, but like often I go down to like Liechtenstein with my friend and we go have like schnapps and stuff like that, and we party hard, basically, yeah.
Okay.
So that's like, I mean, weekends we do that at the age of 13 and a half is when you start in Germany, kind of party
13 and a
life,
half?
yeah. Well, when you're 13 you can, but you kind of need that half year to like get ready for it, yeah.
And that's where you start partying hard?
Yes, very hard, yes. And then you kind of learn to like, it kind of does like slope, you go like high and then low, and then you find a plateau and you drink schnapps every like lunch and nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that being said, then you'd be perfect candidate for this question. What's your ideal hangover remedy?
Hangover remedy, okay.
Yeah.
So what I do, I usually have like good meal to get a base, like get a base, and also have another drink, don't forget. But I brought some with me because I always use them, but I'll use this one. After a good meal I have Wilhelma peppermint. It's a very good mint. You can try one if you want. Yeah.
It's a mint?
Yeah, it is from Germany. It's a Wilhelmina peppermint.
It looks big.
Yeah, it's very big.
Oh, peppermint.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a peppermint. So, yes. And you put it in your mouth. After you have a good meal, it helps you digest. It'll take up a lot of your mouth room, but you have to slowly let it melt, and once it goes into your belly, it helps you digest and break down the enzymes of like the certain foods in your belly. So then you can get the begaben, and you get it like the whole digestive tract gets all cleared out. But I think that's a key, because a hangover, you are putting things in your belly all night. You party, you have pizza, you have worst sausages like all night, and then you have more schnapps, and then you have more beer, and you have more beer after that, and you wake up in the morning, you have so many things in your belly.
Yeah.
The peppermint actually help to it is scientific actually.
You keep saying peppermint.
Yeah, it is spelled that way. You can even
Is
see
it a mint or is it a munt?
it's a munt, yeah, which is the same thing but in German, yeah. And they're
But
very
spelled
old.
Munt.
Yeah, peppermint, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very good. I have hard time talking after having this.
I know I've got my mouth full. Right
Yeah,
now.
but that is kind of one of my remedies. I thought I'd bring that in, yeah.
Oh, that's fun. So, I guess you were talking about pizza and that. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food. I think a good like Wiener Schnitzel washed down with like a hot cinnamon cherry milk.
Hot cinnamon cherry milk?
Yeah, that's what we drink a lot by my place. The hotter the better. Yeah.
Cinnamon?
Yeah, you put hot milk.
Do you make it or you buy it?
No, we buy it. That's at every shop you can find it. Hot cinnamon cherry milk. Yeah, you put those things in together, you heat it up and you drink it. It's very good.
Okay, have you found it here in Canada yet?
I haven't found a good one because they don't make it here. But my friend Stephanie makes a good one. She looked up a recipe on Google.
Okay.
And she tried to make it for me for my birthday, and she had a kind of success. Yeah, it's not good. Like, the hotter the better. That's
Okay.
how it works with that.
Okay.
Yeah, with the hot cinnamon cherry milk. Yeah.
So you're a foreign exchange student here in Canada. Talk to me about what's an average day in the life, Sproutz.
Average day in the life. Well, I wake up at 6 in the morning, and then I go to the dog park, and I try to pet as many dogs as I can, and then I go to the library, read about dogs, and I like to do dog drawings as well. So that's yes, I do one actually. I do a drawing.
You did that today?
I did it while waiting, yeah, in your waiting room
Okay.
here. So as you can see, it's not the best, but it's pretty good. The shading on the fur is pretty good. This one right here, as you can see, it's a Deutscher Schäferhund. A Deutscher Schäferhund, yeah, and they are what you call German Shepherds.
Oh, okay.
So I want to give this to Tuxy. You
Oh,
guys can
wow.
have it, no problem.
Oh man.
It's also signed by me, and
Oh wow.
it's a der Deutscher Schäferhund.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. That's really nice. I like how you put a lot of detail into it.
I put the claws on the dog. He does not get his nails cut for a while,
Oh yeah.
and they grow very big. But I like to imagine things when I draw. I use my imagination, and like maybe his ears are bigger than most what you call German shepherds. But
Yeah.
I just
Why
like to.
don't you call it German Shepherds?
Well, I call it.
You're a shepherd because when you're in German,
No, I call it a Deutsche Schäferhund.
Deutsche.
Because that's the German name for it, but I just say to reach to the American people here.
Okay. Huh. I like the sun also. Good.
Yeah, I put the shades on him. I make the sun cool. You can do anything when you draw. That's why I like that. It's an escape.
I like how you like the first part where you traced it too, and then you marked over it.
Yeah, I make sure that the marker is the thicker point. It has to be thicker for the marker and then thinner for like the pen.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what's your? We talked a lot about food. What's your guilt food? Do you have one? You have one that you feel guilty after eating?
It's
You
a,
seem to eat like a
Well,
little bit of everything.
yeah, peppermint I like, but
Actually,
I don't feel
peppermint
guilty.
in my mouth.
Oh, it's forever, man. It's like that's why it's good.
So it's a munt.
You have good breath for 13 hours probably after having one of these, because you are always chewing for the 13
Yeah.
hours, you know? I'm just joking. No, it lasts maybe 20 minutes. I don't know.
Okay.
But my guilt food would have to be dog food, because if I eat it, I would feel guilty for dogs because they would not have food. I don't like it, but if I ate that or dog treats, I would feel guilty because I ate food for dogs. Yeah.
And what's your other than dog passion?
Yeah.
I guess what other kind of hobbies do you have? You're very
Oh, like more other than dogs.
other than dogs.
Oh, I mean, I always talk about drawing and maybe going for walks in city, but then I only do that to see dogs. So I don't really know. It's a good question. You are making me very introspective. I have to like dig down inside. Maybe later on I could
Okay.
answer the question.
And so we talked about your adventures earlier about when you were partying hard at 13 and a half years old.
Yes, of course.
If I had to because you're familiar a little bit with the Tuxy, we make kind of a onesie kind of suit.
Yes, you make the comfortable one-piece clothing. Right. Yeah, that's very cool.
So if I were to ask you to imagine the world's best adventure suit, your ideal adventure suit, what would be built into that suit?
Good question. Okay, it would have to have good grip for the feet. You don't want to slip. That is the first thing in an adventure. You don't want to fall. A big pocket to put dog treats in, and I think it would have to be able to be hot and cold, because sometimes you get hot, sometimes you get cold. So you'd have to find a way to have a suit that can adapt to a lot of different climate weather, like because it's adventure.
Makes sense. That'd be a little bit tricky to get hot and cold.
Yeah, so that's the problem. I think you'd have to be hot for like when it's cold and cold for when it's hot. So that's what I think. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, Barry.
Do you have any big plans coming up? Any adventures on your horizon? Anything planned?
Well, Halloween is coming, so.
Is that an adventure for you?
Sure. Yeah, you get costume, go have schnapps, and I like that.
What's your costume this year?
Well, last year I was a German Shepherd. The year before I was
a Deutscher Schäferhund.
Yeah, I say it for you guys, but yeah, a Deutscher Schäferhund. But I mostly call myself a German Shepherd when I'm in Canada. But
okay.
And then I was a poodle the year before, and then I was, so I was a bulldog the year before. I might be just like a Dalmatian, have like spots on face or something like that. Yeah. I usually work a costume that doesn't like leak, so. Dalmatian, you have makeup, and the beer make it leak. I don't want that.
No.
So yeah, I like Dalmatians a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your plans this weekend?
This weekend, I will be sleeping in.
Sleeping in.
Probably most of the day. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the whole day.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Yeah. Okay. It was a long weekend last weekend, so you got to compensate sometimes.
So when you sleep all day, so when you do wake up and you're just lounging around the house, what's a typical day relaxing on the couch for you?
Well, I make a big pot of hot cinnamon cherry milk and maybe lounge on the couch and watch television. And now I will be watching Tuxy television because I heard about this. Yeah, it's very cool.
Maybe you can spread the word back home. And
I will, yeah. Do you have German subtitles?
We'll work on that for you.
Okay, I would like that, yeah.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Tune in next time for the next episode of Tuxy TV. Thanks.
Thank you.